developments that are happening in and around Khammam. So as you can see in this map, this is the town of Khammam, and then these are the upcoming national highways, part of the Bharatmala Pariyojana road infrastructure project, which primarily aims at connecting economic centers to ports, thereby propelling India exports and reducing on our imports. So the primary objective of this particular project is to make sure that ports are connected to hinterlands, thereby ensuring that transportation within the country doesn't take a hit. So this way we can counter China and its aggressive tactics. So this is a project that every Indian should welcome. And the advantage that Khammam possesses right now is that, as you can see, this kind of forms a ring road in and around Khammam. So this particular line over here, the red one, is actually Nagpur Vijayawada Greenfield project. What I'm only gonna show you is just the Warangal and Vijayawada part of it. See, Vijayawada and Warangal. And then there is this Khammam to Kuravi road line that is approved as well. That is in progress. The award copies are being worked out as we speak. And then this is the road that everyone knows. This is the Khammam Suryapet road, which ends at Punikal, and from here there's this Khammam Devarapalli Greenfield Access Control Highway that's currently ongoing, which cuts the distance between Hyderabad and Vizag by about 70 kilometers. So up until now, anyone who had to go to Vizag from Hyderabad had to travel via Vijayawada. But I guess in the future, what would happen is all that traffic will be routed this way because of the proximity between, because of the distance that's cut down by this particular Greenfield Highway. So with that said, this is a big push for Khammam as a logistics hub, propelling its palm oil exports as well, because there are a couple of roads that connect to the ports. So all the palm plantations that are thriving within the Khammam district could utilize one of these. And there's Godrej palm oil industry that's coming up near, can't remember which, but I guess it's in Konjal Mandal. So there's this, I guess about 100 acres has already been sanctioned, approved for this particular ACZ. So this is a big push for Indian palm oil to be exported. Right, what I also wanted to touch upon in this video is the proposal of a railway line that is going to happen from Donakal to Miryalaguda, primarily to carry coal rakes to the thermal power plant that is being commissioned by Telangana government at Yadadri. It's called Yadadri Thermal Power Plant. So this is the railway line that has been proposed. So I appeal to the surveyors that the plan that you're given actually cuts across all the upcoming national highways, which I'm pretty certain the National Highway Authority of India aren't aware of, because the tenders for this is already done and the work is being done for Khammam Devarapalli. So you guys have to do the ROB here, and also on the Nagpur Vijayawada highway as well, and the Khammam Kuravi road as well. And if you notice, the path that you're choosing basically falls within the ring road realms. So this itself would be a big cost ineffective solution, as the lands over here are quite expensive because of the fact that the roads are already done, and the development cost is already being reflected. So this is a very naive solution, I would say. Instead, what we would suggest is travel. So you guys are anyways traveling on the existing line from Dornakal to Dared. So this is the existing line. As you can see, this is Dornakal coming all the way till Papatpalli and then further up. So you travel from Dornakal to Papatpalli and to Dared. This is the Dared part. And from here you take a left and then swerve on to the Khammam Junction. So I would say it's best that you travel straight all the way until Pandilpalli because there is an existing line over here, and this can accommodate as there is a third line that's being developed over here, and from here you could take a cut to Kodad and to Mirialaguda. So this is a effective solution rather than this particular solution because this survey is going to cost railways a lot of money should you really pursue this particular route. With that said, I also want to touch upon the need for thermal power in the first place. If you look at the Glasgow summit that happened a while back, so India has agreed to reduce the emissions by 45% by 2030. That's one. And the second one is increasing its non fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts and meeting 50% of its energy demands through renewables by 2030. That's quite a promising statement because right now we are only, I guess, we are somewhere around 12%. Our energy needs through renewables are being only met. The only percentage that we're producing right now is only 12%, which means have to jack this up by 38%. That's a big ask within the next 7 years, which means there have to be huge policy changes that should pilferate down until the grassroots levels, and which means rather than encouraging and spending money on these particular railway lines, it's best that you provide purchase agreements and encourage even small timers to set up solar power plants in their own capacity. So it's this 1.5 degrees centigrade. If the world temperature should it get increased by 1.5 degrees, it's gonna be an irreversible climate changes that might happen and could cause a lot of catastrophe events. So I guess if you have to walk the talk that we've done, it's imperative that all such policy matters should happen. And rather than working on such thermal power plants and allocating around 1200, 1300 crores just for building this railway line, which supposedly has to carry just the coal rakes at this moment, I would say that putting this money onto something else and by encouraging people to do work in renewables is a far better productive scenario. So I would urge the surveyors to remain cognizant of the developments of Khammam and uh, heed to the request that we were proposing, which is travel on the existing line and thereby reduce your acquisition cost should you press on the need to go with the project. Thank you.